to a candlelight vigil at Lyndhurst Park. That's just a few blocks south of Lake Harriet in Minneapolis. All were invited to attend this. We're going to dip in and out of this throughout the night, but this is expected to go about 45 minutes following the one at Holy Angels that we just finished up with, where Bishop Hebda there had a holy mass in effect there for folks there. But this one's a little bit different. It's at night. There will be a series of speakers, many from the city of Minneapolis, and this is a chance for any of the citizens within Minneapolis or anywhere to come and gather and talk and listen and think about what occurred today in their city.
Yeah, the vigil at Holy Angels in their gym just a little while ago, more of a service.
Yeah.
For the church community. This is more of a community gathering put on by the city. As you can see, it looks like there is a very big crowd gathering, candles lit, and as Randy was just saying, there are a number of speakers who are going to begin around 8:30. They're going to play this music until about 8:30 or so. They'll have a moment of silence. They'll have council members speaking. They do have listed that there will be a survivor story in addition to the other speakers.
Good evening, everyone.
Mayor Fry.
Thank you so much.
Let's go ahead and listen in for a moment.
The lovely music to start us off tonight, and we have a few folks with us this evening to speak, and I'm going to kick us off. My name is Maggie. I'm the Executive Director of Protect Minnesota. We are the state-based, statewide gun violence prevention organization here in our state, working to make sure tragedies like what happened today never happen again. And I wish that I had words to express what we're all feeling. I don't know that there are words. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me today, which is probably what happened to a lot of you, is that I heard news that there was a mass shooting at a Catholic school here in the Twin Cities, and my little sister is a music teacher at a Catholic school here in the Twin Cities, and the first thing you think is, it finally came from me. It came from my family, and then I found out that it didn't. And the first thing that I felt then was relief, and the guilt that goes along with that, because there are 20 families today who don't get to feel that relief, who heard the news and were so scared, and instead of feeling relief, they are going to feel grief and trauma for the rest of their lives. And I'm so sad and I'm so angry, because the truth is that this doesn't have to happen. And not only does it not have to happen, it didn't just happen today. Yesterday there was a mass shooting outside of Cristo Rey, and 6 people were shot. 2 other people were shot in acts of community gun violence overnight. This problem is with us every day, all of the time. And if you're here today with us for the first time, we are so happy to see you. We are so happy to be in community with you. We're so grateful and overwhelmed that we're here for the purpose that we're here. And my ask for you tonight is, please don't let this be the last time that I see you. Please join us to make sure that this doesn't happen again to any other neighborhood, any other family, any other community ever at all. And with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up to our speakers. I'm gonna invite KG up to the mic to share his experience with us.
Good evening, everybody. First, I want to give my condolence to the families who lost their loved ones on this morning. They lost their loved ones on this morning at this mass school shooting. You have my sympathy and my empathy. I definitely hate that you have to feel or experience what me and some other families have felt and experienced before you this morning. My condolence also goes out to the families who lost their loved one on yesterday. Another mass shooting. They definitely have my condolence also. And about 2 o'clock this morning, I got a call from one of my close friends that his nephew was shot and killed on 8th in Hennepin, which I just left there doing their vigil for their family. Like the speaker before us just said, enough is enough. Enough is enough. When is it going to be enough? My personal experience, 2 sons shot, 1 son shot years ago in North Minneapolis on Broadway and Fremont in the neck. Another son was shot in the stomach. A cousin that was shot and killed over a dice game in North Minneapolis. Another nephew that was shot in the pizza place in the back while he was fighting another young man. And my same son that was shot years ago on Broadway in Fremont, his 6-year-old daughter, which is my granddaughter, was shot in North Minneapolis in 2021 while she was sitting in the back seat of the car eating a Happy Meal. Maybe weeks or maybe just a month before that, 2 other children were shot. One was killed while playing on a trampoline, and the other one was in a car, and he was shot. He survived, but he is still trying to recover from that. But this is all from senseless gun violence, and like I said years ago, I heard Moms Demand Action and Protect Minnesota, who I worked with years ago, screaming and yelling at the Capitol over and over, screaming on the internet, steady trying to pass bills for stronger laws for these guns, and I still have not seen it happen yet. I personally believe that a lot of these shootings that happen would not have happened if it wasn't so easy to purchase a gun. I'm going to say this and quit. Sadly, I can't speak for over here, but being in and working in Minneapolis in the streets as a national peace activist for 22 years, it is unbelievable that you can go in North Minneapolis and be able to go to a corner store, a McDonald's, a liquor store, or a convenience store, whatever, a gas station, and purchase a gun just like you were purchasing a pack of cigarettes. That's sad right there. That's sad right there. That's disaster. That's dangerous. That's deadly. And for some, it's almost hopeless because it has been going on for years. And it puts somebody's child in danger, or making them become a fatality, just like our children did, and just like the children who lost their lives here this morning at this school. There should be no way, no how that somebody should be able to get a gun and just put in their mind to go and cause mass destruction, violence, and death. Innocent death in no community. Especially when there's groups and people and activists who have been speaking out against this time and time again. I'm telling you, man, in my close, I never, ever thought that I would get a call that my 6-year-old granddaughter, innocent 6-year-old sweet angel granddaughter, was shot in her head and killed. There is nothing that would have prepared me for that. And I'm quite sure the people who lost their children, innocent children today in school, nothing would have prepared them for nothing like that. So my question to you, what are we going to do? to keep this from happening again? What are we going to do to protect our children in our community, protect our seniors in our community? When are we going to start living more and dying less? My condolences goes out to all the families and to the communities who are hurt by what has happened. This is terrifying. This is tragic. And this is going to take some healing. But I see what I'm looking out here now. You families that this happened to today, this is a lot of healing. And the people that came out here today for you. God bless you all. Peace.
Thank you, KG. Next, I'm going to welcome up the council members from this district, Councilmember Koski and Councilmember Palmisano.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Emily Koski, and I'm here with Lene Palmisano. We represent this community. Most importantly, we represent the families of Annunciation. And tonight, we are here as parents. We are here as moms who are beyond heartbroken for the unimaginable that happened this morning at Annunciation. Both of us understand what it feels like to walk your child to school and think this is the place that they're going to be safe. And today, when those students sat in church praying and hoping for the most amazing year ahead, that was wiped away from them. It is going to be beyond difficult for all of us to wake up tomorrow, for those students and for students across the entire state to think, how am I going to go to school? How are these students next Tuesday, who's going to be their first day, how are they going to go to school? And here's what I'm going to say. I hope that each and every one of you looks around, because the strength, the love, the hope that I see here tonight being with all of you, take that, hold it, wake up that morning and go to school, be there together. It's amazing to be here with all of you tonight and be here to celebrate and connect with each other about how we can support one another through this.
I'll just add that we see every one of you here tonight across these several fields. Thank you. It means so much to the Annunciation community that you're here to light a candle, that you're here to be part of this. Emily and I spent the day in part at Annunciation and part at City Hall, and we really want to thank the first responders. We really want to thank the law enforcement who were in extraordinarily stressful situations, and we want to center this on the kids. You know, KG led us off, and thank you, KG, for your bravery. I know him through other circumstances in my life, but through all of the conversations we've had today, whether with the park superintendent or the county attorney or others, they've all listed their connections to Annunciation School and to families there. We hold these families in our hearts. We all do, everybody here on this field, and we hope that that gives you strength.
Thank you so much, council members. Next, we're going to hear from Mayor Fry.
What happened this morning was an unspeakable tragedy that should never happen. And then again, how many times have you heard a politician at a microphone saying exactly that? It's clear to me, based on the number of people who are in pain right now and who are here with us, that we are a city united in grief. Let us take the next step to be a city united in action. I think we've all felt the pain from the families, and we know that as a collective Minneapolis community, what we need to be doing right now is wrapping our arms around them. The amount of grief that they are feeling, the pain, this is their worst day of their entire life. And what I feel right now is a city that stands up for one another, that does the right thing by their community, and that recognizes that right now, while thoughts and prayers are great, they are not adequate. These children were literally praying at this moment. I'm so grateful to the teachers and the faculty at Annunciation that threw their bodies on top of children. They did the right thing to protect what could have been so many more children dead. I'm grateful for our first responders and our police officers, not just from Minneapolis, but around the state, who ran towards danger when so many of the rest of us could have ran in the opposite direction. And I also want to take this opportunity in calling us all to action to recognize that we shouldn't just think of these kids as somebody else's kids. Think of them as your own kids. Think about the last thing that you told your son or daughter when you said goodbye to them this morning. The gentle kiss on the cheek, a few kind words, shoving them a pack of applesauce. You should be able to do that with the confidence that you're going to see them again that evening. You should be able to do that with the belief that our schools, our system, our society can keep these kids safe. Because these beautiful children at Annunciation, they should not have to go through this right now. They should be learning math and playing at recess and messing around in a cafeteria and playing with their friends. That's what childhood is about. But what we know is that far too often people are robbed of that childhood because of this senseless gun violence. And don't let anybody tell you that it's not about guns, because it is. When you have more guns than people in America, you got a problem. When we experience these acts one week and the next month the same action takes place again, you got a problem. When we see other countries around the world that experience senseless gun violence, say they're going to do something about it, yet here we are. Why have we not taken the necessary action to stop our children from dying? This is not about hating one community, a community that's pushing back or stopping us. This is not about hating anybody. This is about love of our kids, which is the most basic and profound love that you can possibly provide. And so each and every one of us must commit to making this all mean something greater than just the words. We need to have true gun reform right now. Not tomorrow, not the next day.